trailer for Star Wars Last Jedi is finally here. The Force is strong with this one. Tonight in an ABC News exclusive, the director and stars reveal what we can expect from this newest installment of the Juggernaut franchise. Here's ABC's Paula Ferris.
It's finally here. The long-awaited first look at The Last Jedi, Episode 8 in the Star Wars saga. The trailer packed with exotic new worlds, epic space battles, the return of iconic heroes and villains, with glimpses of heroine Rey training with Luke Skywalker.
Breathe. Just breathe.
Is that your voice?
Yes.
And are you speaking to Rey?
It's possible.
I think there's a response in there, and it sounds like it's my voice.
Light. Darkness.
Is it you that's saying?
It's time for the Jedi to end. It is.
So what has happened to you
Well,
to reach this point?
I think that's the only story point that's in the teaser. I can't really describe more, but it was as shocking to me to read what Rian had written as I'm sure it will be for the audience.
I think how the Last Jedi starts and the journey we go on is perhaps unexpected.
Do you make a turn to the dark side? Is that possible?
It's possible. Anything's possible.
The first scene of the movie, produced by ABC's parent company Disney, picks up exactly where The Force Awakens left off. Rey finds the elusive Luke Skywalker, who's gone into exile.
Literally a cliffhanger. I love that, the metaphor of me standing on a cliff.
When you guys read the script, were there some big surprises in there even for you?
Yeah. I went to Ryan's office and I was like, we need to have a talk about what's happening here.
When I read 8, I told Ryan, I fundamentally disagree with virtually everything you've decided about my character, but might be a good sign, because I was really wrong about 7. I said, when I turn around, the audience is going to hoot and holler because it's such an obvious cheat. I didn't foresee John Williams' incredible music and the shots of Daisy, the build-up to it all, so I was never happier to be wrong.
In the trailer, it appears Luke mentors Rey as his Jedi trainee, a role reversal for the one-time student who's now become the master. But director Rian Johnson says it's not like the Star Wars mentorships we've seen in the past.
There's definitely an element of mentorship and training that happens between the two of them, but it's not an exact mirror of training that we've seen before.
You seem to be much more proficient with the lightsaber.
I mean, The Force Awakens, that was all right.
She picked up a copy of Lightsaber Duels for Dummies.
Everybody wants to know who you are, where you're from, who your parents are. Will that all be answered in The Last Jedi?
It's very interesting because I didn't know, Mark was telling me, I didn't know that when Darth Vader said, I'm your father, people didn't believe it. They didn't believe that it was true. And it was interesting because at the end of Force Awakens, I thought everyone was going to be like, oh, cool, that's been answered, but it hasn't. And I think even though a lot of questions are answered in The Last Jedi, I think it's still that thing of discovery.
Are we going to find out who her parents are?
You don't have to tell me.
It's something that is absolutely going to be addressed in the movie.
It will be addressed, but there won't
be
clarification?
It depends on... I can't say it. I was about to say something. You almost got me.
Is this a circle of trust? We'll only show a couple million people.
Is it now?
The trailer was released today at the fan event Star Wars Celebration in Orlando, Florida.
You do a Chewie impression. Do you have a crush on BB-8?
It featured appearances from Jedi royalty.
Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford.
But of course, no reunion could be complete without honoring the series' beloved princess.
She was a senator. She played a part that was very smart.
What the hell are you doing?
Somebody has to save our skins.
There was a moving tribute to the late Carrie Fisher. Her 24-year-old daughter, Billie Lourd, took the stage in a Leia-inspired dress in honor of her late mother.
My mom used to say she never knew where Princess Leia ended and Carrie Fisher began.
And then she spoke her mother's most famous Star Wars lines.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
I'm so foolish to think I could find Luke and bring him home.
Carrie Fisher will be in The Last Jedi too. She completed filming before her death, but questions remain about the fate of her character in the series' future films.
I want him back.
Recently, Fisher's brother Todd told Daily News Confidential that Princess Leia would appear in Star Wars Episode 9, a film that isn't even set to hit theaters until 2 years from now.
He was probably confused. Sadly, Carrie will not be in 9.
For Mark Hamill, who started this journey with Fisher 40 years ago, they were close, not just on the screen, but in real life, too.
It leaves a terrible hole in the family that'll never be filled. But I do know that she wouldn't want us to be consumed by grief. I still don't think of her in the past tense. She's so alive.
She was such a big part of these Star Wars
Of course.
celebrations. Does it hit you on a different level that she's not here with you?
Yeah, because she made everything more fun. If she were next to me, she'd crash my interview, I'd crash hers. It was impossible to be around her and not have so much fun.
This next generation of Star Wars actors clearly carrying on Fisher's vivacity. John Boyega, a breakout star from The Force Awakens, will be reprising the role of Finn in The Last Jedi.
Ow! Hey, what?
The last movie left him badly injured in a lightsaber duel.
I'm in a Bacta suit in a medical facility. Because of the lightsaber scars, he's still going through recovery.
He's joined by actress Kelly Marie Tran, who plays a new character named Rose.
She's part of the Resistance. She gets wrapped up in this insane adventure.
There is a mission that needs to be accomplished, and Finn and Rose go off on an amazing adventure together, and that in itself gives birth to new things.
The limitless possibilities, part of what's kept the Star Wars faithful hooked on the franchise for decades.
May the Force be with you.
There's an infinite number of wonderful stories to be told in this universe.
It is such an emotional experience for these fans.
It's wonderful to be part of something that unites people in a very joyous, positive way is unusual and phenomenal.
For Nightline, I'm Paula Ferris in Orlando.